Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Beautiful, Amazing You 2017 webinar. We're excited to have you on. We're really grateful, and we want to thank you for your commitment of joining us today because we know how busy we can all be and how many things we could do and excuses we could make. And for those who are watching the replay, we appreciate your commitment for registering for this amazing information that we're going to learn from Dr. Louise. So my name is Jake Cunningham. I want to welcome you to this platform. This is a platform that allows a streaming feed of information. This being audio through the sound. Hopefully you can hear us. And of course, visual. But today we're also going to be streaming some of the sound and other frequency waves from Louise, which she's going to talk more about in the presentation that I'm excited for, because every time we get to do this, I take notes and I get to learn. It's amazing. But right now I want to go over some quick technical support features so that if you run into any technical issues, you can first troubleshoot yourself so you don't get stuck on the webinar. If there's any delay in sound or video stream, the best thing to do first is to the bottom of the screen, hit reconnect. There's actually dual meaning to that because we're going to reconnect on many levels today, but practically speaking, reconnect the stream. Think of this as a streaming video, a web page that sometimes just hitting the browser refresh to will help. I'll also be here to answer any questions in the chat box field. It might be on this side or this side. You can chat and communicate with each other. I want to welcome everybody right now to introduce yourself. This is a community we're building. Say your name, say where you're from. We would love to learn about where you're from. And that means so much to us and each other to know that this is a collaborative effort and really global. We'll find some people around the world. So without further ado, what I want to do is introduce to you Louise. Now, Louise, I'm going to let her give her story. She's going to get into her background, but I've been working with her for over a decade, helping practitioners of many modalities learn how to become better, whether that's through biofeedback or other integration techniques and healing modalities. Louise is the owner and founder of the Albuquerque Natural Health Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and her new platform, LouiseSwartzwalter.com, and her brain system, Body Release Align Integrate new program, is what we're going to tap into a little bit today. And so without further ado, let's tap into it. Let's get started. And I wish you all an amazing, beautiful new amazing webinar today. So Louise, I'm going to pass the ball. Welcome.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. I so enjoy being here with everyone today. And thank you, Jake. I love, love, love working with you. We have this collaborative team thing going on. It's like a party on a virtual party. So today, besides amazing content and what I want to share with you on the 5 secrets to anti-aging, I just love this connection. So I so appreciate you all being here today, a Saturday morning. We're going to get rolling here. And thank you, Jake, for hosting this and for partnering with all of us here.
My pleasure, Louise.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. We could play all day. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see.
Looks good, Louise. Just want to give you some confirmation that you're live.
Thank you. Please do keep me on track here. So this is the 5 secrets to a beautiful, amazing you. Now, if you've been exhausted, or maybe you have sagging skin, or brain fog, or sleep issues, or vision loss, or you're starting to notice graying hair, or you're just not really feeling yourself. And maybe you're someone who's afraid to put on that swimsuit, and you've kind of said to yourself, gosh, should I buy that new suit with the skirt attached? Maybe you've said that to yourself. Perhaps you're frustrated and you've just not had the result that you desire, whether it's your life, your health, your business. Well, I want to show you today how you can get a DNA upgrade using frequency and, yes, feel young again. When we think about anti-aging, there actually are some statistics I'll share with you. So in the United States, someone turns 50 once every 7 seconds. And over the next few years, 50% of Europe's population will be age 65 or older. And what we're finding is that scientists now believe that it's how we live that determines how we age. So it's our lifestyle. Here's the whole big secret. So when we think about lifestyle changes, or if you've made some nutritional changes, or you've tried, the keto diet or different diets to detox, the secret really is you have to work with a whole person. You need to work with your whole body, mind, spirit. Your body wants to be in balance. So given the raw materials and the right materials, it will actually come back into homeostasis. And so my signature system has helped over 12,000 individuals in the 12 years. And I can hardly believe it. I started in my home, just having little tiny Hannah Kroger classes with 7 people in my living room. And then I went and bought a homeopathic kit. And then I, added in biofeedback. And here it is, 12 years later, and I have my own office, and I've been able to help so many people, and that's always been the mission. And I can hardly believe it. I just look back and it feels like yesterday that I was sitting in my living room. So today what I want to show you is how you can feel energetic, younger, more motivated, more positive, and what those steps are that you need to take. What you're going to hear throughout this webinar is probably I'll interject stories here and there so you can hear some of the results and what's really possible for people. One that I can think of right now is about Judy. Judy came to me with a goiter, thyroid problems, fatigued, totally out of balance, not able to digest anything. And what really helped Judy was treating her for iodine. So she was sensitive to iodine, and I find that almost all the time with goiters and with people with thyroid issues. And so there's an allergy treatment that you can do to help that and shift that energy in the body so you can now absorb iodine. So that's just one story that I can share with you right now. What I want you to know is you actually can change your DNA. So DNA is not a fixed code, but a variable code. You want to think of your DNA as sending out a signal of your subconscious intention. So scientists have found that our DNA does emit a signal of photon light. So your DNA is like a lighthouse that's always broadcasting what we feel. DNA is vibration. And many of you know about vibrational medicine or biofeedback, bioresonance, energy work. In fact, everything is vibration. There's a great new book I want to share with you all. I'll show you this later when we get back to video. It's called The Telomere Effect by Elizabeth Blackburn and Alyssa Epel. And what they talk about in this book is how you can lengthen your telomeres. And the telomeres are the tips of the DNA. And the longer your telomeres are, the healthier you are, and the younger you will feel. What I have found is that we heal in the spaces. So the spaces are your spiritual body. So think for a minute about the spaces between the crevices of your brain, the space between your lung cavity and your heart, even the spaces between these words on the page or the letters on the page. So the masters in China say we heal in the spaces. And I use a technique called brain soul balancing, which actually works on the soul, emotional, and mental level all at the same time to pull those traumas out of the brain where they're stuck. So here's a picture of those telomeres. So the tips of your chromosomes that you see there, that's the telomere. And when those are longer, and you can lengthen them by the techniques that I'm going to show you and the steps that I show you today. And that's what Elizabeth Blackburn talks about in her book, The Telomere Effect. So I have 5 different biofeedback resonant devices. And one of them, and many of you have this if you're listening today, some people have the Skio, the Indigo, or the Adductor. And there's a panel in that program that actually does lengthen the telomeres. And so it's the DNA panel. And in the first picture there, I actually was working on a group. So I was doing a group program, and I did a before and after. And so I showed what happens when you work on the DNA and help increase those telomeres. The other interesting thing that actually correlates more to your spiritual body and those spaces that I'm talking about is that the longer your telomeres, also the boundaries that you have around you are stronger, meaning you have a more protection in a sense from negative energy, negative people, negative places. It will help you get stronger. And what I noticed when I first started using biofeedback was all of my clients seemed to have better boundaries. They were stronger. I remember a woman came to me and she said, you know, when I first started, I couldn't even be around my mother-in-law. And now I'm taking her to doctor's appointments and she doesn't bug me as much. And you could tell she was less stressed, but also her telomeres were longer. She was healthier. She was, in a sense, anti-aging. So do you want to feel like that first picture or that second picture? And that second picture, it's a woman who did a VIP day with me and came from Tennessee, and we just had a blast together. We were doing an integration. A beautiful, beautiful woman. So a picture, I always say a picture saves 1,000 words. So if you don't know me and you're here today for the first time on this webinar, briefly, my story was I ended up on oxygen for 3 years and pretty sick. And it was after I had 14 mercury fillings taken out in one day. I had chronic fatigue. I had 2 little kids at home. I was doctor hopping looking for answers. And my dentist said to me, Louise, if we take out all those metal fillings in your mouth, you're going to feel a lot better. Well, this was 1993. So at that time, we knew about mercury in the mouth. He gave me a little book that was from Sweden about the toxicity of mercury. But I'm not really sure we had the expertise, the intelligence that we have today about really how to do that. So I crashed. I couldn't be around anything electric. My fingertips would tingle around electricity. It was awful. Okay, it took me 16 years to heal, and the whole path of healing is really what brought me here today to all of you, so I can help you more. So that was God's gift to me. So that picture on the right is of course myself today, and again, this is almost 27 years later. So I also think about how people really look when they're sick and they don't feel good. Your hair gets really dark, you guys. Or I was in my 30s there. I guess it could get grayer. Anyway, so I just want you to know that the steps we're going to go over today are definitely going to help you with anti-aging or any of those goals about feeling younger, feeling great, getting on your dime. What I found through my path of healing, though, is that your brain is involved in everything you do. Of course, we treat the whole person, but your brain's your master control tower. And when your brain works right, you work right. This was a brain seminar that I did at a local grocery store here in Albuquerque. So you can look and feel and be your best. And you have a unique opportunity today even to receive some anti-aging frequencies to balance and harmonize and raise your vibration. So I'm going to show you those steps to anti-aging in the time that we have together today. And then I'll show you how you could take it further if you want to. Okay. This was a woman that I worked with who's actually a myofascial rehab practitioner. And she just made a mega leap in a very short period of time. So pain was reduced, but she's also someone who's hard of hearing. So she had a cochlear implant and it actually went bad. And so there was a lot of surgery and different things she had to go through with that. And we cleared a lot of trauma from her past and helped her leap forward so she really could get her business back where she wanted it and for her to feel good in her life again and reduce that pain. So I think we have just a little short minute video on that, Jake, if you want to share that with everyone.
Perfect. Here we go. All right, Louise. So we're back. You can continue on. And thank you, Vicki, for that amazing testimonial and transformation.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. That was really cool. It's really so, I'm so grateful to watch how quickly we can help people, move forward and transform. It was just delightful. We just had so much fun together and watching that happen for Vicki. It's another just example of what's actually possible. Sylvia came in with hormone problems. She didn't like the way she felt. She was depressed, a lot of skin issues. And in, I think it was only 4 sessions and one of my group frequency programs, she lost 12 pounds, felt more empowered, looked great, felt great, just amazing, amazing changes for Sylvia too. And this was using my brain system. So I'm going to explain that here in a second. So it was just amazing to work with great people like this. So here's what the brain system really is. And these really are the 5 secrets to anti-aging. So what I found was you have to work with the body. So your physical body, releasing the mental chatter, releasing emotional baggage, aligning with spirit, integrating your soul's truth, releasing any ancestral programs. And recently there was something on, I think it was on PBS that showed that ancestral traumas are actually still in you. And I'm so grateful again that we've come so far and that scientists are now seeing this and we can work on it. So I love to work on releasing that stuff for people. And then N is putting in a new program. And this is often missed in healing. So what I see is when people are on a personal growth path or they want to get healthier, they're not feeling good, they're not able to do their life. I certainly wasn't. I crashed and wasn't able to be the mom to my kids that I wanted to be, and I kept seeking answers. And what I found was when I started doing some energy work called Geotran, which is the language of the field, and putting in a new program of how you want to show up in the world now. After you do all this body release, align with spirit, and integrate, now it leaps you forward big time. So these are the 5 secrets that I call my brain system. And what we're going to do today is show you about the body part. So B equals body. And the first thing is obviously is to get your body healthy. Whether you're using nutrition, supplements, diet, foods, non-toxic environment is part of this as well. Exercise, getting great sleep, hormone balance, and how to detox and take care of yourself. Both you're detoxing your body and your skin. So within the body part, we want to go over all these pieces today. And again, I'll show you more of the others a little bit later here. So the first part of feeling good and getting back your energy and anti-aging is about the lifestyle steps. Okay, so how are we going to do this? The first thing I tell people is to drink filtered water, but also bathe and shower in filtered water. So if you're drinking filtered water and you're not bathing or showering in it, we absorb more chlorine in a shower than if you drank 6 to 8 glasses of chlorinated tap water. And that's because your skin is your largest organ. And shower filters are about $45. So they're not expensive. Do yourself a favor, especially if you have skin issues. Your skin and your hair will feel different if you bathe in filtered water. Eat organic foods all you can. Okay, the chemicals and the genetically modified foods, which have, it's chemical called glyphosate in it, which is really Roundup. So you don't want to be eating those GMO foods. You want to eat organic as much as you can. Think of it as a health insurance policy. You either can invest a little bit more in some organic meats and dairy, or you're going to pay for it in having surgeries or health issues later. So I'm a big proponent of eating healthy and really taking care of yourself. We are what we eat. Fiber, good fiber. Ground flax seeds are just wonderful that you can put in meats, cereals, shakes, whole steel cut oats, colon cleanses. Probiotic is super important. And so that picture that you saw of me when I was working with the naturopath, he said to me, you need 9 capsules of probiotics a day. And I was like, whoa, how am I going to do that? I'm already taking all these other supplements. But he was right. And I followed his directions. And I remember as I was detoxing and I got up to 6 capsules of probiotic a day, how my body reacted, and some of you may have gone through this as well, is I would have hyperactivity and fatigue swings. It kind of felt like it was detoxing me or helping me get healthier as it was implanting all the good bacteria in my gut. So another way to get the good probiotic in your gut, and there is definitely a gut-brain relationship. When your gut is healthy, your brain is healthy. So the food sources are acidophilus cultures that are in yogurt, kefir, sour cream, sauerkraut, cultured vegetables, kombucha tea. So these are all food sources of the good probiotic that we need to put in our gut. Now, when I was very ill myself, I even implanted those probiotics with colonics. So you can do that as well. So if you know someone who's very sick and they have cancer, or they have, a degenerative disease that's keeping them, almost bedridden, they need a lot of good probiotic. Everyone's different. I do use kinesiology to muscle test things. I can do it over the phone. I'm a medical intuitive too. I became a pretty good detective from my path. I mean, how could I have gotten there otherwise, So we can figure it out. So I just want you to have hope that, that there is hope there for you, and we can figure it out. Omega-3 oils are important. You can nourish the brain, the heart, the joints, and more. I tend to think we take better care of our cars in America than we do our bodies. You know, there's guys that are going to give their cars Pennzoil, the best oil out there. But what about the good oil for themselves? Liquid minerals is super important, and green superfoods. So I always call the basics minerals, omega-3 oils, and probiotics. Anyone over 50 might also need digestive enzymes, and also younger people when they're going through health issues. But enzymes help digest everything. And we either digest life or it digests us. So when I'm working with people with digestive issues, I find that we not just have to work on the physical body, you know, what they need for those enzymes, but also any emotions that are stuck there. And then some people need hydrochloric acid. That's the good acid that belongs in the stomach that helps digest proteins. And others need a broad spectrum enzyme, which would have amylase, protease, and lipase for the carbs, the proteins, and the fats. And sometimes people need both. So I'm just giving you an idea of what basic things you really need. If you have questions and you're saying, you know, I have this bag of supplements that my chiropractor gave me, or I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking anymore, make sure you're doing the basics at least. And then what I also find, especially if you travel or you're around chemicals in your world of work, is we might need a good antioxidant. And these keep the liver, the gallbladder, and the kidneys functioning properly. And some examples of those would be CoQ10, alpha-lipoic acid, vitamin C, garlic. Hannah Kroger has a wonderful herbal one and a liquid one called Chemex, Metalex. You basically want to detox the metals that we're exposed to. So I call the basics minerals, fish oil, and probiotics. And I'm showing you a picture here of my products because I frequency enhance everything. So because I have all these amazing biofeedback programs, I put all of my products on the tray, the biofeedback tray, and I put extra probiotic enzymes, happy feeling, you know, good affirmations, good intention, good frequencies in my products. And I find that people don't need as much, which is awesome. Like the CoQ10 I have, I can't even do one of those a day. I only need 3 a week. The other really important antioxidant is glutathione. And glutathione is in every cell of your body. And if you go to any anti-aging conferences, they're going to talk about glutathione. Because glutathione it's an enzyme in the second phase of the liver that helps you detox. Another one you may have heard is N-acetylcysteine is the precursor to glutathione. It's also known as NAC. But this is a powerful, powerful supplement that conjugates heavy metals. It protects proteins from oxidation. It basically gives you energy and promotes T cell function, which is your immune system. So what I found was when I was in a sauna program, sweating a bunch of chemicals out of my body, trying to get healthier, my doctor, I said, can I take more glutathione? And he was like, well, yeah, you can take about 6 of those a day. But I was also having glutathione drips where they put like a drip, like a needle in your arm, and they're dripping it into your body, right into your, right into your veins, right into your system. And I found that was so completely helpful for me. But what I also know is that people don't absorb it very well, and that the molecule of glutathione is not very stable. Well, the company that I started working with had a way to stabilize that molecule. It was some proprietary recipe they had from Germany. And I was so excited when I learned that. I was like, oh, I definitely want to figure out how to incorporate that and make that product. So that's how this got developed. And I have to tell you, I only need 1 a day. And it has kept me younger and healthier and more vibrant and not as sort of chemically sensitive like I was. It totally shifted that for me. And for a lot of my clients. The other part of being healthy, of course, is making great food choices. So you want to just think colors. So without really going into different vitamins that are in different foods, Think colors. You want to have orange, green, yellow. You want to make your plate look colorful. This was Barb, and Barb came to me with a lot of grief. Her husband had passed, and she also had just a lot of grief in her field and anxiety. And we worked together probably just about 6 sessions and some energy work and some of the group frequency. And she said to me, it was really interesting when I met her, because she had been to so many healers. Like, she was giving me names of people that I looked up. I was like, oh my gosh, you've talked to this person and this person and this person, and she still wasn't where she wanted to be. So what I found was when we used the brain system all together with her, so body, release, align with spirit, integrate, put in a new program, is what really helped transform her life. And so today she's able to get back to her art, get back to her piano, feel better, feel more empowered. She's not anxious anymore. Anxiety was the big deal for her. And she can do her day again without having these crutches and medication. She was ready to do medication. So anyway, I just want you to know what's possible. And you guys can tell, I'm so deeply passionate about my people, about anybody who's out there that I can help. So secret number 2 is non-toxic environment. So your nervous system disorders, attention deficit, Parkinson's, leukemia, lymphoma, asthma, heart attack, seizures, are caused in part by pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and the food additives that we consume. So I see this all the time in my office and in my biofeedback programs and with Hannah Kroger's work, that we have to detox those heavy metals, those pesticides, and those herbicides. Probably I can think of 4 people right now that I work with who've had breast cancer, and it seems to always go back to dioxin, which is pesticide and herbicide. One woman that I work with had exposures to dioxin in her life, not just growing up, but also from her father. He was in Vietnam. And when she started telling me the symptoms and things that he had, it was pretty obvious that I could, you could make the correlation between what she was going through and how she, even in the womb, absorbed some of that. So when we released that energy and helped her get healthier and did the right homeopathics and the right protocol, she's good today. So it's really nice to see. It's actually predicted that our young people will have degenerative diseases that we see in our elderly because of all the toxins in our world. And so the big ones are those metals that are in different chemicals and things that you're breathing. So lead is in car exhaust. So there's lead, there's arsenic, there's mercury, there's copper, there's nickel, there's silver. So a basic good metal detox would just be do your greens. Make a smoothie and have a great green powder that you put in there. Something like Tonic Alchemy from Dragon Herbs is awesome. Spirulina, good quality Hawaiian spirulina, will also help you detox heavy metals, as well as chlorella. And then for that non-toxic environment where you live or where you work, if you can use natural cleaning products, dishwashing detergent, borax, baking soda, and sea salt make just a great paste for cleaning sinks and toilets. White vinegar can be used as fabric softener instead of the fabric softener sheets, which contain mercury. And then natural personal products, natural personal care products. So toothpaste often has fluoride in it, and fluoride puts the thyroid gland out of balance. It takes the place of iodine. So you want to use a non-fluoride toothpaste. Hannah Kroger talks about how fluoride contributes to aging. And I do see that. Plus it gunks up the right kidney. So if you can go more natural, you will be so much healthier and you will live longer. So the third secret is exercise. And this one's obvious. It's January. We all start going back to the gym. We're thinking about how can I stay healthier? I want to get my exercise routine going. You basically want to think, what can you do for strength? What can you do for flexibility? And what can you do for aerobics? And so if you combine a great program for yourself, and it doesn't have to be at the gym, maybe you're a hiker, maybe you're doing yoga, maybe you're dancing, maybe you like to ride your bike, swimming, really any fun, sweaty activity would be great for you. So I found this amazing video with, this was a group of people in a retirement community. I think they're in Florida. I can't remember where it's from, but anyway, they did a great little YouTube. They're in their 80s, many of them. It's called 80 Odd Years to Happy. And I just want to share this with you and have you think for a minute about how these people are actually living their lives, their lifestyle, and do you think that they have longer telomeres than, of course, somebody sitting on the couch watching TV? So, Jake, let's take a look at this fun video.
It's a 4-minute video, Louise. Would you like me to play all of it or 2
No,
minutes?
just still a couple minutes.
Okay, perfect.
People will get it with just 2 minutes. Yeah, a minute and a half.
Oh, perfect. Well, enjoy, everybody. Here we go. All right, Louise, you're back on.
All right. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that's awesome. First time I've seen that. That is great. Excellent.
Oh, gosh, I laughed so hard I had to watch it twice. So thank you. I'm glad I could share this with all of you. that makes my day. So definitely those people have longer telomeres, you guys, because they're living a different lifestyle. They're moving their bodies. Their attitude is different. They're having fun, right? So what's that point then? What point am I making here? Obviously, you know, if they're 80 and they're doing that, let's go there. We can do that too, right? So the fourth secret is getting good sleep. Restful sleep is important for a healthy mind, body, and spirit, but everybody's needs are different here. So generally 6 to 8 hours is enough for most folks. In the telomere effect, Elizabeth Blackburn talks about how everybody needs about 7. So there you have it. So, and it's also helpful to meditate, relax, do something called mind gems, which is 12 little exercises that balance the brain. If you're new on this call today and you don't have that, please email me and I will send that to you. It's awesome little exercise that helps balance the brain that I do before I go to bed every night. Praying, taking a bath, sleepy time tea, listening to a relaxing CD, all of those can help sleep. Now, when I've worked with clients with sleep issues and we recommend all of those things, people are going to find what they gravitate towards, what's going to work for them. But I also want to help you see that the monkey mind is an emotional issue. So monkey mind just means when your brain can't shut off. And that's because there's people or energy in your field that we need to release. And then you will relax. So I do a clearing also on myself before I go to bed every night to clear all the old stuff out from the day so I could stay completely balanced, focused in my soul's truth for you. And I teach my clients to do that as well. So, getting good sleep is important, and there are ways to do it without medication. You guys know I probably, if you know, I'm up till usually late though. I should just tell you that I will answer emails sometimes at midnight. So I just had to say a little joke here. What sleep? I'm kind of into party time. So we've had plenty of great parties at Albuquerque Natural Health Center, different Christmas parties and things that we do together as a community. The fifth secret is hormone balancing. And hormone creams are all different. There's bioidentical hormones. Evening primrose oil can balance your hormones. There's different products out there. Zinc is actually really important. So zinc is a catalyst for 145 enzymes. It helps balance the immune system, your blood sugar, and prostate issues actually warrant more zinc. So men need more zinc than women. And what actually makes up semen is zinc and vitamin C. So I usually always make sure that the guys that I'm working with are on zinc. And another way to balance hormones is exercise. The woman in the purple here had a goiter, the biggest I've ever seen. This was a class in California that I taught years ago. And we did a cellular retraining therapy on her where we take, how can I describe this? We take a light, it's a laser light, and I treat her hypothalamus in her brain for the sensitivity to iodine. Well, we did that in this class, and she came back the next day and the goiter was already down. So I want you all to know that if you have thyroid issues, it's not that hard. And there's a few things that we want to do to help balance that. I often see the kidney, the adrenal, and the thyroid need to dance together. So those are the three organs we're looking at when we're looking at balancing thyroid. That's the physical piece. Of course, there's emotional and spiritual pieces as well. The sixth step in getting healthy is detoxing your body. But what does cleansing look like? Okay, because you guys have probably read, more people are reading natural health things today than ever. There's a lot available on the internet, and we almost don't even know what to do anymore. Well, you do want to work with a practitioner that can help you walk through this. But basically, if you can start with organic foods, drinking filtered water, and the rule of thumb here is half your weight in ounces of water per day. So half your weight, divide your weight in half. You want to clean out your colon with specific herbs that you can use to clean out the plaque and the waste and the parasites. So parasite cleansing may be part of this. And I probably should mention something that I see pretty consistently with people. And I almost always see this with thyroid imbalances and stomach and colitis and diabetes, is the parasite involved is called protozoa. And protozoa is a single cell parasite. And it's pretty common. In fact, it's so common that my joke is that I should hand out Hannah Kroger's protozoa kit at the door and I wouldn't have to see anyone. So maybe that's retirement for me. I don't know. Anyway, if you have questions about that, please ask, because if you've experienced some stomach issues and digestive problems for years, you probably do need to do a parasite cleanse. Then the other piece of that is replacing that with good probiotics, the acidophilus and the bifidus. Now, acidophilus inhabits the small intestine, bifidus inhabits the large intestine, and you want both. But all probiotic supplements are not created equal. It's how they get delivered. And many of them are grown on dairy. And if people have sensitivities to dairy, we have to find a different one. And they're out there. But I want you to know that just because it's in the health food store and you read it online and it looks like it's going to be good for you, it may or may not in terms of how it's really working in your body, because we're all biochemically different. So, you know, it's okay to shift it if you need to. Or again, work with somebody that can test you. And the reason I'm saying that so emphatically to all of you is because, you know, we were $84,000 in credit card debt from my health years ago. And my, you know, and it's because I just kept seeking for things and I really didn't know how to test myself. And so years later, I figured out that I could test myself and really know what my body needed. And now I teach people how to do that so that you have a tool. But in the beginning, find someone who you can work with, a naturopath, a chiropractor, somebody who can do a good job with you figuring out your program. So you're not going off and buying the next bottle of vitamin E and the next bottle of this and the next bottle of that and trying so many things and not getting the result you want. So I hope that helps you. Another piece, of course, anti-aging and feeling good is detoxing the skin. Your skin is your largest organ. And so we want to put things on our skin that only what you would eat. Okay, because whatever you put on your skin is getting absorbed in your body. Now, a way to detox the skin would be sweating. You can do a sauna, steam room, exercise, detox baths and Epsom salts and lavender oil or a good essential oil. Bathing in filtered water also will help. Vitamin D, liquid minerals, good oil, good fatty acids. Also good foods that have fat, things like coconut oil and avocado. But you want to reduce the foods that clog the pores. So the things that could clog pores would be red meats. And I'm talking about non-organic red meats, not grass-fed red meat. Dairy, dairy products, again, with hormones in them, so non-organic dairy. Refined foods and foods with hydrogenated oils will clog up your skin. You want to avoid excess caffeine and alcohol, which can drain moisture from your body. Another great tip for skin is dry skin brushing. Get a good natural bristle brush and do some dry skin brushing, massage, and lymphatic drainage or moving lymph. Collagen is great for skin. Collagen helps your fine lines, your wrinkles. It strengthens your hair, your nails, increases your hip bone, adds flexibility to your joints. So collagen is another sort of tip in terms of anti-aging supplements. One of my favorites for skin is Max and Jane. And Max and Jane is actually, they grow all their own products here in the Jemez Mountains of New Mexico. So it's a local company and they extract the oils themselves. And so this is all natural. And I got to tell you, I feel completely different with this. So my clients just love it. It's a really wonderful oil that has all these oils and flowers in it. So what we did today is we went over the body piece. We went over that piece that talks about nutrition, supplements, foods, the non-toxic environment, exercise, great sleep, how to balance your hormones, and detoxing the body and the skin. This is the physical body piece. The rest of the program, the releasing, the aligning with spirit, the integrating, the putting in a new program, I'll show you how you can get more of that in just a few minutes. But I want you to actually receive these positive frequencies today. So what I'm going to do now is put the program on and let you feel the solfeggio frequencies. So I use 4 different biofeedback programs interchangeably to actually maximize the result. And so today I believe I have eye lift in here and just positive energy, DNA optimization. And so some of you may actually be feeling, if you're sensitive, feeling that right now, even on the webinar, because I have the webinar in my program and I'm sending you guys trust, feeling adored. I give out love and it's returned to me multiplied, and eye lift. activate your courage, evening primrose oil to balance your hormones. So there's a bunch of great stuff going in here. And the next piece of this are these. And let me show you this picture. So what you'll be receiving now are the solfeggio frequencies, and these frequencies are the same frequencies that were chanted by the Gregorian monks for healing. And so they're tones. And these tones themselves will begin to change and lengthen your telomeres and help your DNA. So let me pull that up. And oops, here we go. I don't know, Jake, can you guys hear this?
Yeah, Louise, that's a good volume.
It's good volume?
Yeah, that's a great volume.
Okay. So while we're listening right now, let's all just let's take a deep breath in and let it out. And let's release anything that has gotten in the way of our great energy, our positivity, our forward movement, our great health. And allow yourself to feel the freedom that you want to feel. So each one of these tones is allowing you to liberate guilt and fear. So let any guilt and fear just go. 417 hertz undoes situations and facilitates change. 528 is the DNA repair. 639 connects relationships. Allow yourself to be connected positively with the people in your life. 741 awakens the intuition. Allow your intuition to guide you and trust it. 852 returns to a spiritual order. That connection to spirit or God. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually playing them, but not out loud anymore. So you're still going to hear the solfeggio frequencies in a sense in the background. And even just doing that helps people shift and change. So imagine feeling and looking great. You know, if you had more energy, what could you do? So imagine feeling like this. This was a woman that said, you know, I had after she was in a frequency program that I did, and she said, someone a couple of weeks ago said that I looked 10 years younger. What a compliment. Tuesday and Wednesday, I was so tired, but today I actually don't feel like I need to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Thank you. You know, what if you could feel happier, sexier, more confident, more vibrant, and do all you want to do in your day and in your life? I have an opportunity for you to experience that. So here's how you can get more. You can join our Beautiful Amazing You frequency group. So this is what I've been able to do to help people all long distance in such an amazing way, where there isn't a lot of time commitment, a lot of energy commitment on your part. It's all happening in what we call subspace. And so you have an opportunity to receive 90 days of ongoing frequencies. Now, 90 days is $397. That's the investment. But you're here today, and I want to honor you for being on this call and for being with us today and taking time out of your day on Saturday. So I'm going to give you a code you can put in, and it's just Save 100. And so this Save 100 code is good for the next 24 hours. So it's only $297, which is really about $12 a week if you figure it out. So it's $297, and it goes through April 12th. So it's all the rest of January, February, March, and April. It's basically 90 days of up-leveling your DNA, giving you a facelift, and I'll show you some of the results we've had from the past. Plus, what I also have found is when we put a family member in for free, so if you have a partner, a husband, spouse, child, whatever, and you want to put a family member in for free, I love watching what happens for people in terms of communication with their partner, with their family member. It tends to just dissolve the stress and help people get to where they want to go in their lives. So I'm addicted to seeing that transformation in you. So I want to give that to you too today as a result of being on this call. And if you don't have a family member that you want to add and you're a single person, or you just say, hey, I really want to spend some time with Louise and figure out what it is I need to change in my life, or how I can release these blocks that I've been, working on. I want to help you get there too. So you could also just sign up for a free discovery session with me so we can get on a call and I can find out how I can help you and what we need to do to release those blocks. So there's some options for you to even take this further beyond what we've done, what we've done today. I guess I'll let you hear from some people from the past. Past people said, I feel a deep inner peace more than I can remember. The pain in my back is gone. I feel more peace about issues. This peace is like a river in my soul. What a relief. Wowee, lots of love and thank you. Another woman said, my face looks younger and I'm not frowning anymore. I don't know what you did, but I feel fantastic. Another member said, my mom told me you worked on us past Sunday. Thank you. My skin is so much better and I'm feeling so much happier too. This was a woman who kept emailing me about a rash that she had. And it was so cool to watch her skin change in just a few of these long distance frequency sessions that I did. I should share with you that I have, meetings or classes in my office here in Albuquerque. And I just found out from 3 people on Wednesday night, because I do vision a lot in this group, that one little girl doesn't have any vision problems anymore and she was cross-eyed, and 2 older people don't need their glasses. And I was like, really? That's awesome. So I'm sending frequency and praying as I send it to help all of you, feel good, stay younger, have positivity in your life. And sometimes I don't even know the far-reaching results of what's happening. So what we did today is we went over the, yes.
I want to just interrupt quickly just because I have in my notes that the actual discount code was 100 off. Is it in your notes there? I know in the PowerPoint, it was save 100.
It is.
I hate to interrupt you. I just had to speak up just to let people know that they can.
We changed it and I didn't change it in this document. So you know what? I have to change it in here. Can I do that before we send this out?
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and change it.
I don't know if I can do it right here. I have to get to
You have
the,
to, yeah, you have to end the
when I end it, I'll do that.
slideshow.
Right, it's 100 off. Mhm.
It's
So
100
make
off.
sure you guys put in 100 off so you get that 100 off, and we'll send you this link. But basically the link is, and maybe I should take people there. Let's just
And
go.
yeah, and that's something I can do. We'll send the YouTube video replay, and I can put it in there too. I can
Okay.
edit it and
You know what?
make
Let's
sure.
show people right now maybe where to go though.
Okay.
I can do that really quickly while I'm sharing my screen. If
Perfect.
you go to www.abqnaturalhealthcenter.com, most of you signed up for that raffle. If we go to Beautiful Amazing You, which is the winter program, and what you'll see first is an invitation to the webinar. But over here on the right, you have an opportunity to join the group and put a family member in for free, or you can join the group and get your 100 off, and then sign up also for a strategy session, or we call it a discovery session, where we're going to discover what it is you need to do to help yourself more. Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's where you would go. And so just to sort of reiterate again, I did do it here. Look at that. Okay. So it is 100 off. And I just want you to have the result you want. So, and then if you want more, there's always more. You can check out more. You can email me or call me. I would love to talk with you. I'd love to get your feedback about what we did today and how I can help you more. So, I thank you for being here, because my goal obviously is helping more people and helping you lead forward in your life to really allow your soul's truth, to allow your gift to get out there and shine. So I want to make sure we're honoring people's time and that we have time to take questions here. So I'm going to do that, Jake.
Great. Yeah. After that last video, there was a few people who lost connection, but I double checked, and the entire video was recorded in great condition with YouTube and the live broadcast. So I allowed people to connect directly to that if they lost connection through the web jam. So I just want to give you that feedback, Louise. But
okay,
for the most part, any questions? People have enjoyed this tremendously. I posted the promotion too there, just to reiterate what Louise presented there. And again, as a reminder, it's 100 off, lowercase OFF, in the next 24 hours, and save $100 on the Beautiful Amazing You frequency group. So yeah, any questions, anybody? And hopefully we didn't, I don't know what happened there, but that's technology. But go ahead, Louise.
I also want to show this. So I said that I would show you all this book. And so it's called The Telomere Effect, and it's by Elizabeth Blackburn. And it's an awesome book on how you can lengthen your telomeres. And I just want to share with you that really, what I shared with all of you today was how to do that. So she talks about how to make those lifestyle changes, but also to stay in a positive frame of mind, and how much mindset. And the little 80 Years to Happy video that I shared with you is about that, is about how you can stay younger, feel good in your life, move forward, and have all that you desire. Absolutely. And so I'm here for questions, and would love, if some of you have questions, let's go ahead and do that.
And go ahead, everybody. Hopefully you still connected there. A handful said that they got disconnected, but we're here for you. And go ahead and chat in the chat box. And if you don't have questions immediately, or you're not connected, for anybody watching the encore, you can ask questions. How can people get a hold of you, Louise?
Oh, people can get a hold of me. So a couple different ways. You can email me at Louise, Louise, Swartz, SWARTS, at MSN.com. Or you're welcome to call my office here in Albuquerque. And that phone number is 505-797-0540. So a couple different ways you can get a hold of me. Would love, again, to meet with you, to chat with you. Whatever your questions are, we would be happy to take care of you.
Wonderful. Excellent. Well, I don't see any questions coming in. Louise, I want to thank you for another dynamic presentation and reminding us all and teaching us those principles that we can take and move forward into our new 2017, keeping us on point and focused on achieving some of our, let's call it New Year's resolutions that around this time always start to wane, right?
Yes.
That second, third week of January, we all are motivated, hit the gym, eat right, and then this is where you get tested. And so that's why this webinar was here at this time too, to give you a boost, give you some love. And that video will stick in all of our hearts for a long time, I think. And they can find that probably right online, right? It's a Google video.
Yeah, it was a great video. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And I look forward to working with you. And Jake, I want to thank you so much for hosting this today and for being here as my partner. We have so much fun together. Someday there should be the Jake and Louise show. It just feels right.
It does. It's just a matter of timing and making it happen. I think we have some chemistry.
Yeah.
But we couldn't be here without everybody. And we are so grateful that you showed up today and contributed and made a commitment to be here. For those of you watching the Encore event, we appreciate you as well, because a lot of people I know who had the invitation weren't able to for one reason or another. And that's why this technology is amazing. We're able to, expand that. You don't always have to show up live. But for those of you who did, like Louise said, we commend you and really are grateful for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you, everyone. And thank you, Jake. This has been amazing. So deeply love you. Thank you, everyone. Have an awesome, powerful, positive day. And I look forward to working with all of you. So again, I love questions, so please ask if you're thinking of anything, or it may even come tomorrow, the next day, or the next day, and just reach out. Definitely reach out.
Great. All right. Enjoy. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everyone.